Hi everyone, I'm Sam. It's Space from Daily Games. Today is February 19th, 2026. It is, what day is it? It's Thursday. Alright, we're going to start with Wordle number 1706 first. Alright, let's pick a starting word, starting letter first. 12. Okay, I don't know it. Hold on. A, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay, so that's L. That's the 12th. I do the alphabet song there. Forgot. It's the 12th letter. Okay, so L, L, L. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, L. Okay, Leiden, lands, etc. Lichen. What kind of like that? It's got an I and E, a couple of nice letters. Lyric. Ooh, lymph. Interesting. Oh, dude. I've seen some of y'all do. I think we've done Leiden before, right? Okay, might as well do Leiden. It's not bad. Okay, nothing. Totally nothing. Okay. I mean, I guess I might as well do strip because there's some letters there. Okay, not strip, but we've got three letters, so this should be quite promising. Okay. Could be IST, maybe Y, like Misty. That's one possibility I can think of. Or it could be something OIST or OUS. No, wait, yeah, it's OIST. It can't be UIS. Sorry. So I don't think so. It could be OUS. Keep doing that. Could be joist, hoist, foist. Ooh, I see a couple of those. Quite good, actually. I think I'd have to do an eval just because I don't know which one's gonna be. So, definitely hoist, foist, joist. Is that a word? I don't remember. Okay, or maybe I won't do the H. Would be missed. Yeah, I guess. Um, can't be positive, so no P. Or I'll try something like that. Okay. Um, I'm going to get all those letters in there. Or we'll do something with the Y, I guess. We'll do something like Huffy. Okay, so I think it has to be hoist. Let's get that. Nice. All right. Well, I mean, at least it guaranteed me a 4. I mean, might as well do an eval, right? Because if I didn't do an eval, I would have quite a few options, I think. Let's check capital here. Today's answer is hoist. Started with Leiden. Let's see. 399 probable answers. Then I did strip, which was very, very helpful. 8 probable answers. We could have had Bitsy, Foist, Hoist, Joist, Misty, Moist. I forgot about Moist. Twist, and Whist. I don't know what Whist is. Is that a card game? I forgot. Whist. Oh, okay. Now in card game before players to ships. It could also be a verb to be silent. Hush. Okay, so there we go. Where am I at right now? Over here. All right. But I did. Okay, so we had 8 probable answers, and I chose to do Huffy. I think that should narrow it down to only one possibility. One probable answer. Okay, so Huffy was a really good eval then. Okay. Let's see the other oyster words. Let's see if hoist. Brand new word. Okay. Joyce. Was voiced. Voiced has been done before. Oh, last year. I forgot about that. Okay. Moist, I think also yes. Moist, yes. Joist. I forgot what joist means. Any of the small timbers or metal beams ranged parallel from wall to wall and structures for forest. Okay. I was sort of thinking of something else, or maybe I'd seen this word before, but I didn't know that that's what this meant. Okay. Bitsy, I don't really think that's, to me, a probable answer. To me, it's going to get Bitsy. So voiced is out. Joist, don't know. They might use it. Moist is out. Right, Misty. Let's check Mist. I think Mist is also out. No, Misty hasn't done before. Interesting. What about Whist? Hasn't been done before, but Whisk, yes. Okay, Twist, I think you also done before. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, let's move on to connections. We are playing number 984. Okay, today's 16 words we've got Peeps, Poker, Disco, Stew, Shovel, Braze, Basket, Bellows, Boil, Judge Volta, Tongs, Die, Platform Shoes, Eggs, Sear, and Polyester Suit. I guess things to do with the Saturday Night Fever or Disco, perhaps. John Travolta, yeah, Disco, Platform Shoes, Polyester Suit, right? Disco era, like 70s, I want to say. Okay, it's braise. Like, stew. Braise, sear, stew, and boil. They're all like homophones of words meaning to like to cook, right? Yeah, we to cook. Okay, that's one. Okay, should I do that one first then? Braise, boil, sear, and stew. Yeah, I quite like that. The ways to cook something. Okay. Uh, peeps has to do with Easter, eggs, basket, dye. Things you need for Easter. Okay. And the other one is the disco. Then we've got shovel, poker, tongs, and bellows. Uh, things you need for a fireplace. Let's say. Which are they? Maybe I do the. Oh, which one is Catherine? Easter one seems pretty easy. I don't know which one should be there. Maybe they're this one for blue. Try that. Elements of Saturday Night Fever. Okay, so I thought it was like 70s just disco in general, but they were very specific of Saturday Night Fever. But I guess so because John Travolta, so it's fine. I'll say I get the half point because I didn't lock in Saturday Night Fever, so I'm gonna give myself a full point, just a half point for that. What should be the next one? I think the Easter might be next. Peeps die in basket. Easter supplies. So that's the yellow. Okay, and these are used for like a fireplace, I think. Fireplace accessories. So a lot of them are like elements of something. So the blue, yellow, and green were all like that, and so it was basically just at the end of it was just trying to figure out which color was which, and that was the most difficult thing. The rest of it is pretty easy. I think today's one is a 1 out of 5 because you've been getting a lot of 2 out of 5, so this must be a 1. And if this is a 1, I'm guessing tomorrow or was it Friday or it could be Saturday maybe that we could see a tougher one, maybe like 3 or 4 out of 5. Even not a full on 5 out of 5, but yeah. Boil, like Susan Boyle, the last name, but also homophone of BOIL, boil, and then braise, like a donkey braise, but there's also homophone of BRAISE, like braised pork. Sear, like someone who sees the future. SEAR, seer. Stew, like a person's name. Homophone of STEW, stew. Also, Saturday Night Fever, that's the movie John Travolta, Disco Pictures, and polyester suit. Easter supplies, right? You need like the Easter Bunny's gonna have a basket. You dye the eggs, you put those chocolate eggs in there, and the peeps are like those, like sort of like marshmallow ducks or something. I don't know. I never liked marshmallows. So fireplace accessories. The bellows is what the thing blows the air. The shovel, I guess, shovels things. Tongs to pick up the coal, and then poker to like move the coal around. That's what they do. I don't have a fireplace. Not that kind of house. And then our weather is too hot to need fireplace. I think a fireplace is good for like places of winter because you want to keep warm, in that sense. But we don't need that because we're a tropical country, so we don't need that at all. Okay, so no mistakes there. Pretty easy. Let's take a look at my purple first. I'm only 1 away from my purple first badge, which is given to me when I complete 100 purple first games. So almost there. Almost there. Almost there. One more. Maybe tomorrow's the day. Depends if it's not a tough puzzle. All right, let's. Before I go on to comments, let's play today's bonus game. It is Analogees. I don't know why. This looks like a tough game. I don't know. Hopefully, it's not too difficult. We'll see. Because I have about 21 minutes left to record this segment. Okay, how to play. The goal analogies is to arrange 24 words into 6 analogies. Choose 2 words that have a relationship to each other and find 2 words that the same relationship. Example: leaf, tree, as to petal and flower. Okay, I get it. Leaf is to tree as petal is to flower. So leaf is part of a tree. Petal as similar as how a petal is to a flower. The petal is part of a flower. So it highlights the relationship between the whole tree and a flower and its parts, leaf and petal. Type 4 is then become an analogy and hit submit. Beware of red herrings. Some may look like they can be paired with more than one choice. For example, cattle might be paired with beef or bird, but only the correct pairings will allow the player to use all 24 words to make 6 strong analogies. Players are allowed 3 mistakes. There are also 2 hints available. After the 4th mistake, the game is over and the correct analogies will be revealed. Players who find all 6 analogies with no hints and results will get 5 stars. The number of stars earned will be reduced after each mistake and or hint taken. All right, let's try to. I want to play the real one. I'll close this. Okay, so we've got 24 words, right? Six groups of analogies. Okay, so store, schedule, budget, meter, debt, pennies, teller, bank, shortage, machine, parking, settle, repay, dollar, loan, cashier, time, stretch, money, plethora, vending, dearth, excess, page. Okay, I'm tempted to, because I'm so used to connections brain. I want to just put words that mean the same things together. But then I'm gonna think about analogy here. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm not. My brain's not used to thinking this, because when I see these words, I really think of connections. Okay. Vending machine, but they're not a phrase. They're parts of sort of vending, vending a machine, and well, vending machine gives you something, right? It gives you food or drinks. A bank teller gives you money. It's not exactly the same thing. So no. Okay, hold on. This is tough, because I don't know if I understood it well enough. Okay. I mean, they could also be, I guess, just four words that are similar meaning. Time and schedule. Stretch of time. Plethora is like a lot, right? Okay, so plethora and dot. And then shortage, and maybe pinch. That could be it. Like, so like you're sort of not, you don't have much of anything. I guess I'll try this, because honestly, I don't super get the game if I'm doing this correctly. So I guess the only way to learn is to try. Ooh, mistakes left. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so that wasn't it. Because as I said, I don't really. Okay. Only have three possible mistakes left, so that's not great. Simply it's two lives left. Really. Let's see. Parking meter. Or they just like different words. Parking. Parking meter for. Uh, but I feel like bank teller sort of like similar to like pennies are part of a dollar, and what else is part of something? Ooh, it's rough. Meter is also a measurement. Time is. Oof. Or like pinching pennies. Is that a phrase, maybe? Pinch pennies. Maybe like pinch pennies and like stretch a dollar? Okay, idioms for frugality. Okay, phew. I should get one of those. Okay, so there are five more to be found. Oh, this is a tough puzzle. Ooh. Okay, I might not have time for read your comments if you don't solve this in time. Okay. Okay. It could just be all the shortages, right? Shortage, debt. Oh, we already did pinch. Okay, so maybe debt, loan, budget. Or hold on, we got cashier and store as to maybe bank and teller. Yeah, people in their workplaces. Nice. Okay. Okay. Wait. Vending machine, parking meter. I kind of feel like there's the things you put coins in. Well, because I have coins. Fab. Okay. I'm doing better now. Okay, so I've got three more left. So I get that. Plethora and excess, dearth and shortage. Oh right, dearth means to not have enough. I thought dearth was a lot. So yeah, I think that was the issue where I had it wrong. Yeah, barriers and synonyms. Okay. That was my mistake. I misunderstood what Darth meant, but I was actually on the right path, so I didn't know that. Because they don't have this sort of like one away sort of thing where if I had three other words correct or something, good at that. Or yeah. Anyway, you got time and schedule, and I think budget and money, because that's where and then yeah, I think that's right. So, tools are managing resources, and then settle a loan and repay your debt. They're both sort of returning what you've borrowed in terms of money, right? Pay off financial obligations. All right, nice. So, okay, I only made one mistake because I misunderstood what Darth meant. Because that felt silly to me. I actually it means like to be less of something, right? Yeah, scarcity that makes dear. Yeah, or is it dearth? How do you say that? Dearth. Okay, I thought it was Darth. Okay, like Darth Vader. Oops. Okay, so it's dearth. Okay, like dirt and earth. Dearth. All right. Whoo! Okay, that was really good. Okay, when I go back to the puzzle here, yeah. So pinch and pennies. That's how I was like, okay, I think there is an idiom called pinching pennies. Yeah, so it means like to really like be trying to save your money and stretch a dollar, like try to make your dollar last as much as possible, or what can you use it as much as possible. And then a store and cashier bank toilet. So cashier works in a store, a teller works in a bank. It's just where they work. Parking meter and vending machine. Those are both uh machines that accept coins. They are synonyms. Dearth means shortage. Plethora means excess. Both the same. And then schedule and time. A schedule is used to manage time, and whereas a budget that you create is meant to manage your money, how much you're going to spend. And then settle a debt. Settle is when you pay off your debt. Repay a loan. So that's the phrase there. So that's how it goes. I was really worried about getting this right at first, but I ended up doing quite well on it. So yay, yay to me. All right, look at the comments from yesterday's video. I got to move quickly, or else I won't make it time. Dugong, you did eclat. Is that pronounced right? Eclat. Eclat. Prowl and Mogul, nice three. Your lucky streak continues. Congratulations. However, you had a brain fart minimalistic and rather easy connections. I submitted Bantam, Feather, Heavy, and Fly. When I saw Bantam, I briefly did consider weight categories, but then I liked the chicken one more, so then I went with that one. Although I did, in my mind, entertain boxing for a little bit. It's like, okay, maybe it's about Bantam weight. But funnily enough, even though I saw Bantam, I didn't think about the other weight categories at all. Just focus on the chickens, apparently. Even though I already figured out enough to roll the rainbow herring. There's only the second most popular mistake. 12%, 21% tried bad, wicked, red, heavy. Slang for cool. If heavy means cool, I was not aware. I've never heard of that. It means slang for cool. Let's see. Heavy slang meaning. I'll see if it's in like a. That's not really. It is. I mean, Urban Dictionary. Okay. So, warning for that might be some vulgarity because Urban Dictionary is a lot of vulgar stuff. Okay, heavy can be said in for seriously or for real. Okay, but that doesn't mean cool. But it could be a slang word. Like, serious? Okay. It's hardcore, brutal, raw. But yeah, I think it's just, it wasn't a very good red herring because a lot of people, yeah, you're right, it didn't make sense for slang. It can be a slang for something else, but not cool. Okay, Edward, you did tread, scion, bow, and mogul. Nice four. Bow was not the best spell word, but it paid off nicely today. Yeah, good job because you had the O and, no, yeah, the I had the O and the U. It's great. I was doing that mogul had been used before, but I hadn't, but that brings me back to yesterday. I forgot to check if squat was a repeat. It was spoiling my theory that cigar was a one-time Groundhog Day joke. Yeah, we thought they were going to do it as a joke in a way that they do like their jokes, but I don't think that they would announce it. That unless they made the announcement that they were going to reuse Wordle words on April 1st or 30th of April, 30th of March, then I'd be very concerned it was just payoff for a joke. But luckily, it's corrections to 2 out of 5. When it came to causing mistakes, one word did most of the heavy lifting. Exactly. You solved it so fast that you missed the rainbow rectangle from boxing classes. I mean, I did sort of see it, but only Bantam. I wasn't even looking at the feather, fly, and heavy. I only saw the Bantam one. I was like, maybe it's about weights. But you know what? Let me check out the chicken one first. So really, my mind is chicken heavy. Chicken heavy, y'all. Yeah. One interesting mistake I missed was bad, heavy, sour, and wicked as negative adjectives. Now that makes sense as a red herring group. I'm guessing the people who put in heavy for the cool slang was just trying, just desperately trying. But bad, heavy, sour, wicked to mean like negative adjectives makes good sense as like an intentional red herring. Three falls. What he said. I was determined not to use a hint, but I had to give up on the first one. I spent all my time focusing on thirsty. So you were really just thirsting for that answer. I mean, just how many words could go with that? But I just could not come up with blood. It happens. Feel free to skip this if you're not interested in amazing parts of AI. Okay, I'm not, so I will skip this, but please do read analysis if anyone of you is interested in what the analysis says. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm just going to leave it at that, but thank you for giving your input. I hope somebody else enjoys it. Clara says, 5 stars on 3 fall felt quite straightforward, pleasant to play. Oh, nice. I'm so glad you get 5 stars. Amazing. Didn't use any hints. Nice. I like where you were thinking of sport. Captain Sports felt like it could be a thing. Right? It doesn't feel like that weird, right? I feel like it's like somebody said it. Is this a phrase people say? Let's see if I can go back to Google here. Hold on, say cabin sport. I don't know. I mean, well, I mean, there's like Oh, camphor. It's a yacht model. Okay, so it's not the weirdest combination of words, or like it feels like a believable thing. Like yeah, I agree with you. And also, you think the video cut out. Yeah, I mean, looking at the video, I stopped at 29:24, probably because I think I meant to continue more with the comments or something. I can't remember, but I cut off because FlipChamp stops the video automatically at 30 minutes, and I was trying to record a second segment, but I was worried that a glitch would happen to the recording again, so I think I missed out recording the continuation and the goodbyes and whatever stuff I usually say at the end. I think that's what happened. Sorry about that. I should hope that today's one is fine. We have 9 minutes, so that's more than enough time to read the last comment by Rob Siva. Aha, it's retro Sam to make it easier for boomers like me. Nice. Nice to meet you, Rob. A boomer. It's cool. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there's all the retro stuff. I mean, did it really help you make it easier? Because I'm not so familiar with some of the retro stuff, but I like where they were thinking. I actually don't know how old Wina is, but I don't think Wina is boomer age. But I think maybe she did grow up with all these interesting vintage things. Maybe I don't know. Cool bananas. I found this one to be fairly straightforward too. I'm glad you found the connections to be fairly straightforward. Yeah, it wasn't too hard of a puzzle, right? I don't know if age played a factor, if younger folks found it harder and the older ones, me, yourself, etc., found it a little bit easier. I don't know. If only we had. I don't think we had age group stats right on connections, but that would have been interesting. But also scary if New York Times is collecting our age data. But sometimes I do wish I knew some stuff about that. But that's okay. We don't need it. We don't need to have data about everything. You can just guess, and people can just give their like anecdotal experiences, I suppose. All right. I really like analogies. It's a little bit hard sometimes to think of it, but it felt also very satisfying to get the answers right. And I like that they have hints besides just trying and then getting it wrong. Since there's no like one away kind of thing, so I guess the hints are in place of that. It's in lieu of that. It's quite helpful. So I'll drop a link in the not in the comments. I'll drop a link in the description of the video for you to check out Analogees if you like the game. Let me know in the comments if you do well or don't. Also, let me know. We can just discuss it. And yeah, I did. But I think the 80% is fairly straightforward.